Well, good morning. Today I'm just going to talk a little further through my violin build. I didn't show this in the last video, but I have this piece that's almost ready that I did a couple of years ago. I've got the fingerboard ready to go using the measurements from the document I showed in the last video, and a scroll that this is not completely, it's not symmetrical, but it works. With some cleanup, it should be fine. This is maple and padauk is what I had on hand. The maple should be pretty cool. Since I'm not building with traditional materials, it'll be a fine. It'll be a fiddle. So I've got my heel marked out. On this side, you can see my line from my template that I've got. Cut and sanded into about the right spot, so that'll be ready when I get there. I already showed you the back. Right now I have, this is my mold. I think I showed it in the last video. I've cut my blocks for the ends that I've got here, and right now I've got some double-sided tape in there and a little dot of glue so that those will stay in place when I want to plane off the or chisel off the excess there to make my body shape and connections and all that stuff. All right, today I've got my sides, and what I've got is I've got a piece of wood that's longer than the sides to hold it up off of my workbench. Coffee, need to have that. I've got number 4 here. Just a good kind of multi-purpose but smoothing plane, and I'm taking off material from this side. I've already jointed one edge. All right, so this bottom edge over here away from me, I've already jointed with a longer plane. Okay, so I need to remove some material from this side. I'll do that with a smaller plane for now. You could use a 4 or 5, 3, whatever. You could do this with a larger plane if you wanted to. As I get closer to my line, so my line is about here. As I get closer to that line, I will move to the larger plane so that I make sure that my line is straight, so that I can use it. These have already been thicknessed, so this is both sides already clamped down together so that I'm removing the same amount of material from each side. Once I've finished that, once I have this to the correct width, I've got it at the correct thickness, it's a good length for me to be able to use it on my mold. Once I've got it to the correct width, then I will work on bending them to the correct shape that I need. So when I get to that point, I'll show you what I'm going to do here. I've got my mold, right, and I've made some blocks that fit in there to hold the curve on the inside curve, because that's the hard part. Bend around the edge and then hold it with a clamp similar to this, and a piece of something on the outside to keep it from splitting out. And that's the plan. And I have a pipe to bend it over, but I kind of want to hold it in the mold once I've got it bent. And so what I believe I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sides and I will lay them down on a piece of foil. I'll spray them with water, wrap the foil, and then I will hold down my heating pad on top of that instead of using my bending iron. And then once they're good and hot, I'll go ahead and clamp them on the mold and bend them over that way. I think that's the method that I want to use for this particular project. When I do guitars, if you look back there, straight back, and I'll bring you a little closer so you can see. When I do guitars, I just have a heating blanket and a metal slat that I clamp down on top of this to bend the side down across that particular shape. I don't have one for the violin. I don't have one that small. I guess I could make one, but I'd rather not. So I'm going to try to do this on the mold. This may result in failure, and I may have to do this again, but I think if I get them good and hot and then immediately bend them into the mold, I think it should be fine. But that's where I'm going for now.